What's going on? There's some random thoughts. Been hearing on videos, men primarily, or sometimes women talking about a man needs to be able to check a woman. Interesting topic. Thought I'd talk about it. Title of this is Submissive Women versus a Woman That Needs to Be Checked. Welcome to When Nice Guys Retaliate, where retaliation means self-improvement. You've heard it said that an alpha male checks women. Well, I disagree. I believe that any woman that has to be checked is not really a woman. First, you're thinking about it, being an alpha male or beta male is very subjective and depends on the person. Second, anything that must be forced is usually not possible or not positive. This video is to talk about the difference between submissive women versus checking a woman, or a woman that needs to be checked. Checking a woman is a forced act, which means it goes against the current will of a woman. It also means that she doesn't have complete respect for you as a man and must still be convinced to do so, or at least to follow. It is a sign of immaturity, in my opinion, and shows the woman has a lack of self-discipline and or self-control. This also shows the woman is not able to communicate properly in a respectful manner in order to convey her meaning without violence, verbal abuse, or just beyond normal conversation. It's also an indication that if you're weak at some point in time as a man, she probably is going to leave you because she's unreliable. She depends on your strength and your stature as motivation to follow you, and not necessarily who you are as a person, your character, other characteristics, responsibilities. So most likely, she's probably not going to be a good partner for you to put your trust in. A woman that can be checked does not really have a true voice in a relationship, in my opinion, because at any time, anything she says can be ignored or shut down by her man. A woman that must be checked can be abused by a man because she really doesn't feel like she has a choice with the right man. And a lot of times it seems like they don't, at least in their mind anyway. She will often say things such as, I will only submit to a man that can lead. However, there is no reference to, I'll only submit to a man that's reliable. I'll only submit to a man that's faithful. I'll only submit to a man that's trustworthy. Things that seem like they might be important in a relationship. And how can a woman follow a man that doesn't want her or her child? Yet, she still considers him a man and will follow him anyway? From a male point of view, checking a woman does not mean you are a man. It does not mean you're smart, and it does not mean you know how to lead. It just means you can put somebody in line whether they trust you or not. It makes you a leader by force or influence instead of by trust. And the ability to force someone to do something is not the same as a person doing something through their own free will. For example, a woman that cooks because she wants to take care of you versus a woman that is told by a man to make him a sandwich, and she does it because she has to, not because she necessarily wants to. Yes, both men are respected, but as you can see, they're respected in different ways. Forced submission is not the same as voluntary submission. Voluntary submission is like a criminal that gives up when the police issues a command. Halt. Put your hands up. You're under arrest. As opposed to forced submission is when a criminal that resists arrest, which makes the situation more dangerous for the police as well as for the person themselves that's resisting. A mature submissive woman knows how to choose a man and are not forced to follow him. A submissive woman knows how to check herself and how to check with her man. Now, the most important thing about this type of woman is she understands the power of choice, time, legacy, and public perception. Based on this and her desire, she chooses a man that doesn't disagree with her on key issues. And even if she does, she already has the confidence that he has her best interests in heart. A submissive woman pre-qualifies her man before she trusts him in order to follow him. Following means you have the same or similar goals that can be achieved with minimum deviation. Meaning that if he has to do something that you want that takes money out of his pocket or out of the main pocket of the vision, then that's a deviation. Otherwise, your effort should be leading toward completing a particular goal. And if you have the same goals and the same destination, checking a woman shouldn't be required if she's dealing with a responsible man. If anything, she should ask herself, is what I want to do in line with the goal that we've already set? Is what the man doing, if what the man is doing is in line with it, she has no reason to question him. However, that doesn't mean she can't ask him about it, depending on the situation. But for the most part, it should be good to go. A submissive woman does not follow a man that does not value her or her inputs. She does not follow an abusive man. However, this is possible if the man is a chameleon. That said, we don't really know someone until we see them in both good times and bad times. And we really find out who a person is when they don't get their way in life, or you don't let them have their way. A submissive woman chooses a man that has already considered her a good choice. A submissive woman that wants kids chooses a man that wants kids and will not leave her after she has a kid. All that said, I believe nice guys, good guys, whoever, should not play the forced submission game, the check a girl game, as it does not necessarily apply to you or most men. And it'll most likely backfire because being an alpha male is highly subjective. And check me women don't know the difference between a good man and a man that's actually good. And that's the last thing, I guess. For the record, I didn't label myself a nice guy. A woman did. How about you? Did you label yourself a nice guy? Or did a female or another male friend label you as a nice guy? Please let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and please give a thumbs up or down to show if you agree or disagree. Because it's important to let your voice be heard. And if you're a guy that's shy and you want an opportunity to let your voice be heard, that women may see, hit that thumbs up. Let them know. All right. Hope you have a good one and take care.